Hey, what's up, brothers and sisters? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. And this was going to be probably a first, but I wanted to make it a continuation because I want brothers to understand, not the simps. The simps won't care. The dudes seeking to do evil and just be destructive, they won't care. As a matter of fact, you see a lot of people that have taken on the mentality of this wicked overall nation. I'm not talking about just the U.S. I'm talking about this evil entity kind of way of doing things that everyone is looking to prey off of the people that are suffering in that latter category. But as the real brothers and sisters stand up, the sisters must realize that to do what the Most High said, to be fruitful and multiply, that the brothers place themselves at risk to even consider a sister now, unless she makes it known to him that not only is he the prize, but she is willing to submit, and she has to forcefully make that known that she's going to submit to a good brother. And you still don't have that. You still have sisters that say they're sisters, but they want to be tied up in the system because there's that pride thing. And I want y'all to understand it's a spiritual thing that is going on here. You will see that the vast majority of sisters, the vast majority of the black women in general are spiritually corrupted, and corrupted by this political system, by the church, by even other men. Alright? By fathers who trained their daughters to be like boys. You know, I taught her to fight like a man. So she gonna get her behind whipped by a man who also knows how to fight like a man, as if she's a woman trying to be a man. She gonna get her behind whipped. So no one is training them to be what they were supposed to naturally be. But this is the condition of the world. Alright? And sorry y'all, but the Most High has nothing to do with this world. It only has some things to do with the people in it that he warned through his commandments about this world. The woman gave this world over to the devil, as we would say. But let's be more specific. Azazel and his troops. And the Most High allowed it because of what he is doing against the watchers. But he sanctified some of us so we don't have to bear this, and we know each other by the commandments, not by groups that we're in, that we are hard, stone cold on following what is in nature, not a group. A dude following a group can be conformed by that group. Same with women, but women have groupthink, right? And so as the men stand up, the women have to make themselves known. But this is what is really going on. And so I want y'all to get this understanding. The true desires of the black woman in modern day America is, one, to have no accountability. Two, the destruction or control of Afro men. Meaning that if they can't control you, they want you destroyed. If you tell them the truth, they want you destroyed. If you die, like Evan Samuels, saying things that they didn't like because it held them accountable, they will rejoice and dance on your grave, like they're doing with Kevin Samuels. All right. So let me greet everybody real quick and give this reminder before we continue. Havorten Parduk, Dog, Ola, Oitremain, Vossas, Los, Bonjour, Mes Amis, Kedabawani, Konnichiwa, Nihani, Amasani, Bonani, John Bargani, Assalamu alaikum, Shalom, Kamusta Ka, Kamusta Pokayo, Palafalava Soy Fua. Now, let's break into what's really going on in these scriptures and everything, especially with the book of Enoch and why they wanted it hidden from us. Okay, this level of control that these females were seeking, all right, this level of control these females were seeking, they were seeking it through witchcraft and all other means. All right, I want you to understand this. But this witchcraft that they desire to learn has its origins all the way back to the Garden of Eden. Remember the fruit that the Most High didn't want them touching? This is the fruit. Remember I said fruit is not something that they ate, but lessons to be learned. You know, knowledge. This was the knowledge that the Most High was trying to keep from us. These were the things, the knowledge of good and evil. He was teaching women to manipulate using the knowledge of good and evil while we were yet new. Remember, the man said she deceived him and he learned, but he didn't learn the same things that was taught to the women. And Azaz, okay, Azazel taught the people the art of making swords and knives and shields and breastplates. That's what he taught the men. And he showed to their chosen ones. The chosen ones was the black woman. Remember, this is operating on the premises that everything was melanated at the time. Okay, so this was the original human melanated being. How they say it? The dark force, the dark shadows, or whatever. All right, and the dark nights. All right, and he showed to their chosen ones, the women. Remember the women they slept with. And this was the sin that was committed in the garden. Remember when the woman saw that the serpent, that the tree, that this group of men, that these group of watchers, angels, was pleasant to the eyes and good for knowledge. See, she wanted to learn to be, she wanted to be like God, to be worshipped by man. Right? So they taught the chosen one bracelets, decorations. So it's the women. And these are their chosen ones, shadowing of the eye with antimony, ornamentation, the beautifying of the eyelids, all the kinds of precious metal stones, coloring tinctures, alchemy, that's witchcraft. Alchemy is witchcraft. And there were many wicked ones, and they committed adultery and error, and all their conduct became corrupt. And that is what we are seeing now. For a while, we got a grasp of ourselves. All right. But when the Caucasians came in, remember the Afro people were here first, then the Mongolian people, and then the Caucasians came and destroyed everything. How did they get here? How did the slave trade that we know, the chattel slavery, began? It began as the women of the Cape in Africa taught the Caucasians how to go into the interior. They taught their ways to them. They married the Caucasians, and by marrying the Caucasian, gave them access to the land. All right. And one of the problems in this marriage is people adopted the white form of marriage and forsook their own customs because, well, white people had things. That's called greed. All right, this is the book of Enoch, chapter 9, verse 6. And you see what Azazel has done. Azazel has done. How He has taught all forms of oppression upon the earth. Now, this takes you back to Isaiah, when Isaiah 4:12 says to us, "O my people, children are our oppressors." Well, who taught them? Women are they teachers. What did they teach them? They um they taught them to err in their ways. That's Isaiah 3:12, right? And so when women become the only teachers without the rulership of the men over the house, this is what you get. And now you got a bunch of females sitting here trying to go back to witchcraft. All right. So this is what he did. You see what Azazel has done, how he has taught all forms of oppression upon the earth, and they reveal eternal secrets to the women, not to the men. They reveal eternal secrets to the women. And so the women, black women especially, have become master manipulators. But they did not count on the spiritual strength of the Afro man who will stand up to them. And they don't like that. That's why they're that's why they're dancing, leaping for joy. See, they were able to shut down my channels. They was able to shut down Tommy Sotomayor for a while. All right. But people that just come right out and tell them the truth, all right, they want them destroyed because those men they can't control. But here's the thing. What happens when they deal with spiritual men? It's hard to destroy them. And that's the thing that Kevin Samuels was not. He was a corporate man, all right, which are performed in the heavens, which man learned. So these women were learning things which were performed in the heavens. Why? Because the fallen ones were teaching them, and the world became corrupt as a result of them. Nas X utterly destroyed. And this is what they've become. Make no doubt about it. This is corruption that I don't think they can repent from because they don't want to. When they go this far, they have really turned back to the world of just wickedness. So, as they get into this, as they navigate through this, messages is coming from on high. And they thought they got rid of somebody that challenged them, but they forgot. Kevin Samuels was a popular figure that was a late figure that started talking about the issues people like me been talking about for years before he came on the scene. So he goes away. So what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen as he goes away? What happens is that a lot more people that have been around for a while will still continue to preach the message. And judgment is coming for the BAW. It says this, Then spoke the Most High, the great and Kadesh one, and he sent Azuriel, son of Lamech, sent to, he sent, Azuriel to the son of Lamech. Y'all know who the son of Lamech is, right? I'll wait a couple seconds for those who weren't on my live stream. All right, the son of Lamech was Noah, saying, "Tell him my name, hide yourself, and reveal to him the end of what is coming for the earth, and everything will be destroyed. And the deluge is about to come upon all the earth, and all that is in it will be destroyed. And now instruct him that in order that he may flee, his seed will be preserved for all the generations." That's the message to Noah. All right. Now, I want y'all to understand this. This is what happens to Azazel. Azazel. All right. Said to Raphael, bind Azazel hand and foot and throw him into the darkness. And he made a hole in the desert, which was in Dudael, and cast him there. 10 and 5. He threw him on top of rugged, sharp rocks, and he covered his face in order that he may not see light, and in order that he may be sent to the fire on the great day of judgment. 10 and 7. And give life to the earth, which angels have corrupted. So on the day of judgment, the Most High is going to destroy all of the corruption, but is going to give life to the earth that the angels have corrupted. And he will proclaim life for the earth, that he is giving life to her. And all the children of the people will not perish through all the secrets of the angels, which they taught their sons. Pay attention to that. So there is straight up judgment coming for all these in the media, especially in the music industry, especially in the gospel music industry. All these women engaged in this witchcraft alongside the Caucasians, all right, they're going to have to pay. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They are going to have to pay. And seeking for power to destroy or control the righteous men, seeking to destroy the Afro men through abortion and bragging about it. This is what the Most High has in store for them. And the whole earth has been corrupted by Azazel's teaching of his own actions, and right to him all sin. And God, and to Gabriel, Yahweh said, proceed against the bastard and the reprobate, against the children of adultery, and destroy the children of adultery, and expel the children of the watchers from among the people, and send them against one another, that they may be destroyed. In the fight for the length of days, they have not. All right. So their lives are going to be cut short. But all the people engaged in this wicked system, this is why I keep telling you, do not trust politicians. All politicians are corrupt. Let me say this again. All politicians are corrupt at the federal level. All seeking to get to the federal level are corrupt. All seeking to get to the federal level are corrupt. Understand the difference between those at the state level and those at the federal level. This is why I say this. But the whole system of politics is evil and belongs to the wicked ones. And this is why I keep telling brothers, stop trying to get stuff by trying to manipulate politics. All right? We're supposed to separate ourselves from all of this world. And that means it's politics. A lot of brothers don't think they have options. And in the United States, you may not. All right. But I say this. Here's our solution. Right here. This is our solution. We get the passports, and then we go to people that still have the natural desire for strong men. Y'all need to stop looking at color, because black women never had a problem with color. Black women will tell you that the Afro man cannot date outside of black women. Oh, it's okay because my grandmother, my mother, yeah, they all had white men. So I don't mind when black women have white men. Oh, but an Afro man, no, no, he's not allowed. Who in the hell gave her that power? I got a clip. Y'all seen the clip I showed you? Who gives these black women that kind of power to tell us who we can be with? They have none. And any men that fall for that have given up their manhood. Period. Me, this is Lapa, Brazil, right? So just travel, go places, and understand. Brothers will come here, and people to keep you from traveling will tell everybody, oh, they're dangerous, they're diseased. You know who the most diseased person is in the United States? When you look at their STD and HIV, it's not the white woman, it's not the Asians, it's not the Hispanics. As a matter of fact, the group that is the most outpaces all of them combined. But they tell you to be afraid of these places. I say, no, don't be afraid. Brothers have one problem: fear. They also have another problem: the psyche that the BAW gave them, where we have to say, oh, they are the most beautiful women in the world. And that's not true. That's clearly not true. That's perception. That ain't even perception. That's a bunch of dudes that's afraid to say what the truth is. Oh, the black women are the most beautiful women in the world. They are not. They're not the ugliest women in the world. All right? They're not the most beautiful women in the world. They are beautiful women in the world. But there is no such thing as most beautiful woman in the world. And when you look at the hearts, especially in America, they are the most corrupted and the worst for a good Afro man in general. So we have to look outside them. And that's how you brothers better wake up. You got to lose that mentality that these women aren't beautiful. Now me, I'll go for the one on the right because that's my shape type. And she could be a lot thicker too. Don't matter to me. So long as she's nice. But see, there's a pleasant smile. Oh, we like pleasant smiles. See, so we need to lose that mentality. Brothers, you got one option: passports and leave. Go leave, bring somebody back. You still have a better chance. Everything is a better chance. Remember, black women are only married at 24%. That's lower than everybody, to include the Afro men. They're not available for us. And they seek to destroy us. You see that. They're rejoicing that Kevin Samuels is gone. They rejoice when good men leave this plane. Why? Because I told you, they desire either the ability to control us or destroy us as Afro men. But what they don't desire is anybody pointing out that they should be accountable to anything. They don't like accountability. With that said, I'm out.